What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a little bit of a look at a new product which is being revealed for the One Piece TCG over in Japan. Now, it's actually something I told you about a little while ago, but we had no information about it. Well, it is now just a few days away from release. We have a lot of information about it, so let's have a look at the family deck set. Now, this is really interesting to me, because if you follow my other channel, which is PTCG Radio, that is the Pokemon TCG channel, well, it's a Pokemon TCG channel, that's what it is. One thing which I find very interesting over there is we've had family decks released. But what is interesting is that they are new things, and they are filled with new cards, but they are very, very deliberately designed to be, well, family friendly. They are designed to be played as a family, so they give you a bunch of new cards and even new, EXs, or Pokemon V, GXs, whatever it is at the time. But what's interesting is they are kind of vanilla and kind of rubbish, but that's literally the point, because they're doing this so that it's basically nice and easy to play. That is the goal. That is not what One Piece is doing here. What One Piece is doing a bunch of reprints, but if you're over in Japan, you're going to be very happy. So this is being released on the 29th of April, which is just, well, it's the end of this week. It's Saturday, which is weird. Saturday is not a day you release stuff. Friday. But you can see it on the screen there, it's definitely the 29th of April. And it includes 3 decks. It includes the red starter deck, the green starter deck, and the purple film starter deck. But as I put those images on the screen there, something's gonna look a little bit weird to you. 2 of those leaders look a bit funny, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of those leaders look a little bit funny, because what they've gone and done is finally given Japan the super pre-release Luffy and Eustace Captain Kidd leaders. From the super pre-release, the alternate arts, mostly. They're not exactly the same. They don't have the super pre-release stamp on, but outside of that, they are the same cards. But why only 2? Incidentally, I don't have an answer here. Just to be clear, I don't have an answer for you. That's a lie. I have one answer for you. And I'm not saying it's a great answer, I'm saying it's the best answer I've got, okay? There's another product down the line that's going to have the other 2. I don't know what this product is. I don't know when this product is being released. I don't know anything else. But that is the answer that I've got for you. Great answer? No. Not pretending it's a great answer. I'm just telling you it's an answer and you can take it or leave it, frankly. So, this is a little bit weird. They've given us 2 reprints of decks, but with the leaders having a super pre-release, but it's not the super pre-release, so they're not stamped. And then we've got the purple movie starter deck, which just has the regular Shanks from the starter deck, with absolutely no differences whatsoever. It is just your standard Shanks. Just that leader. Nothing new. So 2 of the decks are reprinted with cool new alternate art leaders. Yay! The 3rd deck is literally a reprint, which is weird, because let's say you're an obsessive, nerdy One Piece TCG collector like myself. Now, I'm collecting Japanese promos and English sets because that is actually the cheapest and easiest way around to do it. Japanese promos, well easier to collect than English promos if you know what you're doing, but English sets, much easier to collect than Japanese sets. So, do I want this product? Because I don't need the Shanks, because I've got that deck in Japanese, and I've got starter decks, the 1 and 2, the red and green ones in Japanese, and I have the super pre-release decks in English with the leaders, but I don't have the Japanese versions of them. So do I need this? And the answer is, I don't know. And why am I only getting 2 of them? Where are the other 2? Again, I don't know. Now, the good news is they have actually, over on the Japanese website, they have gone and updated to show the complete card list for this set. And I'm not going to go through it in great detail because we don't need to, but it is worth pointing out that their decks are exactly the same. There are exactly 2 differences between the regular decks and the ones in this set, and that is the alternate art Luffy leader and the alternate art Kid leader. Everything else is exactly the same. They are the exact same decks. Having said that, and I do think this is very important, these are good decks. Like, over in the red deck, we've got cards that see a bunch of play. The 1-cost Tony Chopper, pretty good. The Usopp sees a little bit of play here and there. The Luffy with Rush is one that I like and I've seen played around and about. So you know what? This is kind of cool, honestly. Over in green, again, we've got the 1-cost Capone blocker, which ain't too bad. We've got the Killer with Trigger, which we like. We've got the Trafalgar Law, the super rare, that lets you on play set one of your cards as active. And then, of course, we've got the other super rare, which is your Eustace Captain Kidd, which is a blocker that sets as active at the end of your turn. So you can attack and then block and attack and then block, and round we go. And actually, yeah, these have good cards in. And it's been a hot minute since Starter Decks 1 and 2 released over in Japan. Now, I know at times they've been extremely hard to get hold of. I can't tell you for certain exactly how easy or hard they are to get hold of right now. I'm going to be honest with you. But what I can tell you is that they're not going to be available forever. They're not always going to be that easy to find. And there is a pretty strong argument here that this is actually amazing just because it lets you go and get Starter Decks 1 and 2. And Starter Deck 1 is by far the most sought after. And Starter Deck 2 has got all those good cards I mentioned. These are really, really, really good decks. And remember, the Starter Deck cards are exclusive. And yes, I know sometimes they get reprinted alternate art, etc., etc. But they're still a thing. And they're good cards. And this is like the easiest way to get hold of them. This is something that I'd be watching for if I were you. Because I think this is actually like extremely relevant. That it might be that actually maybe they're not stunning. Maybe they're not filled with a bunch of new stuff. It's just the easiest way to get hold of these new starter decks. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's the answer. It's an interesting one for me. But yeah, that is essentially it. You got the new leaders, and other than that, they're reprints, but actually the fact that they're reprints is kind of cool. Now, there are a couple of other things that you get. Don't get terribly excited. You get yourself a 2-player play sheet. It's clearly going to be one of the paper ones that unfold with Luffy and Uteron. There is a Let's Get Started manual, which is basically, well, it says allows you to easily learn the rules. So it's clearly a kind of quick start guide, basic rules, let's get rolling. And then there's the official rules manual version 111 that allows you to check the rules in detail. As a super nerdy side note, 2 things I want to point out here. Firstly, I really appreciate that the quick start guide has got kind of nice pictures of the characters on, whereas the big serious rulebook has a card back. I appreciate that. Secondly, is there anywhere we can get like a proper, like detailed rule book printed out outside of this product? Like, I know it's all available online and we don't need it printed out. I'm fully aware of that, all right? But I don't think there is anywhere else that actually sells it right now as a printed thing. And the One Piece TCG nerd in me kind of wants this. Now, like I say, it is out on Saturday. That's still a weird release date for me. It is retailing for 2,530 yen. So, yeah, that's all right. Cheap enough. You're talking around about $19 or around about £15. Wait, 15 quid for all 3 decks? That's pretty good, honestly. That's actually really good. Over in Japan, The first two decks are like 1,000 yen and the film one's like 550. So this is, well, actually, right. It's 990 for the first two and 550 for the third. So this literally is the price of the three decks mashed together. 990 plus 990 plus 550 is actually 2530. So that is kind of cool because they're then giving you, you know, the play manuals and stuff for free, essentially. But yeah, if they sold this for 15 quid in the US, UK, etc., can you imagine how popular this would be? I would buy one in a heartbeat. I need to go buy one of these, don't I? See how much the shipping is from Japan. I don't know. For now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.